Hey, what's up? I'm playing Wii Music on a actual system. I'm playing it on a Wii U. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I just put it in first time and everything because yeah, I want to show you everything from the very beginning again. Why? Because we're on the console this time and this is how we're gonna play from now on. Like, I want to make more Wii Music videos before, but I wanted to hold out until this because yeah, this is my anyways, let's go. I'm here to it's Sebastian Toot. He's here to help us discover that we're a musical maestro. He's gonna show us the basics of making music with the instruments here. But first, can you tell me who you are? I already made a me. I made him look like me. Looks like me. I have long hair right now, and I have sloppy facial hair right now. I should shave, then I should change my me, and then I'll have a clean face. I bet you're wondering how to play instruments on the Wii. It's easy, just hold the controller to mimic playing instruments. You can play most of the instruments using one of the 4 control methods. Once you get the hang of the 4 methods, you'll be ready to play any Wii music instrument easily. We'll try each method one by one and you'll make music as we go. The first method is best played with a Wii remote and a nunchuck. The first one is for instruments that have keys like pianos. Let's try playing the piano. Secrets to relax. Move as if you're playing the piano while you're holding the Wii remote and nunchuck. So, this is my favorite game, this is my favorite music game, but I think it's one of the best games ever made. And the fact that so many people never this was the game that when it came out, people were like, oh man, Nintendo did something bad, because they were on such a hot streak with critical and commercial success. And then this one was oh, people don't get it. And that was also when Guitar Hero was around in its peak and stuff. But this is something that Miyamoto fucking loved. There's awesome. There is a great Iwata Asks interview that Nintendo has. It's just great. But everyone should read it. And this game's just all about instinct and love and I don't know. It takes a long time to explain it in words, because music is a lifelong thing and blah blah blah. And they really summarized it best in these sentences. Just play with it, have fun. Got it? If you forget, you can just press the minus button for control details. Now, it's gonna be a hell of a lot more responsive. Watch. I guess you can't really tell, but basically, before there was lag and stuff because I was playing it on the emulator and stuff on the computer. But I said that the actual, the game running on a Wii, it's better. I'm using a Wii U, so, but a Wii U has the Wii mode and it's supposed to work, and it works. It works perfect. So yeah. I am a pianist. That's called piano type control. You'll play drums and other instruments with that method too. I'll be able to use the balance board because I'm actually using Nintendo. So this is so awesome. I could use my Wii, but the Wii doesn't have HD output, and I have to get another thing if I want to record that other if I want to record something that isn't HDMI. So anyways, enough of the talking. You can explain that. Well, I need to talk about that stuff, So we're gonna play guitar mode, hold the Wii remote and the nunchuck. You have to play it right-handed. I'm left-handed, so I always hold the Wii remote in my left hand. So when you're playing piano, you have to hold the Wii remote in your right hand. Same with guitar, because the Wii remote's gonna be the picking hand. The picking hand. Right. So you have to strum it up and down. I like to hold it backwards, if I was actually playing a guitar. But you have to hold it kind of forwards, it says. It doesn't matter, you can kind of bend your wrist as if and point the Wiimote towards you. I like that. Then you hold down on the Wiimote and you go alternate picking. Yeah. So it's gonna be I'll show you how to play instruments like the trumpet. You'll press buttons to play. Press 1 or 2 as if you're using your fingers to play trumpet. You don't need to blow at all. You can press one button or alternate between 1 and 2. Imagine your fingers on trumpet valves. Make sure you're pointing the Wii remote towards yourself with the D-pad facing up. Okay, try lifting the end of the Wii remote to raise the volume. Yep. They don't require the nunchucks. You can take it off if you want. But if you're going back and forth, you might need it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's fun. So, come on, keep going. Oh man. Oh, here's the violin type. Alright. Let's go back. So you have to move the Wii remote back and forth, and how fast you move it is like the volume. C or Z on the nunchuck to play notes. You can also press B to make, so you have 3 different buttons, and you have to move the Wii remote and press buttons. While moving the Wii remote, yeah. You just repeated the same thing again, yeah. But it's how fast. Watch, if I move it slow, then fast. If I move it back and forth, yeah. See? So like before, certain like button inputs would be like a little bit more responsive than like the motion controls. But in this version, well, like, okay, what I mean was on the Dolphin emulator on the PC, the button controls were a little bit more responsive than the motion controls, but both of them had a certain amount. Like, you can notice the difference. There's a little bit of lag. It just wasn't perfect. It worked, but it wasn't perfect. You could do things so the game ran really, really, really fast, but it still wouldn't be perfectly responsive with the motion controls. So, playing it on a Wii U, like I'm doing right now, you're gonna see how Wii Music actually, it's all the videos I did before of Wii Music, where I was playing instruments and stuff, there's always a delay, and I was always fighting with resistance and stuff like that to get stuff done and get my ideas across, and I had to like figure out what the lag was and kind of try to compensate and only do certain amounts. Like I wouldn't do certain things. Like I would try, instead of doing something more complicated, I would always simplify it because I knew that the emulator couldn't handle it. But this game can handle it. So that's what we'll see in the future, okay? Piano type, guitar type, trumpet type, violin type, you can play everything. You can go forth with confidence. Many instruments await you. That's how you play instruments. Now I'll show you how to play a tune. Alright, you ready? This is gonna be so fun. Sure, I'm tiny, but I'll help you be a big star before long. Now, when I start playing, I like to play piano along with you. Oh, wait, I'd like you to play piano along with me. You use piano type control naturally, so you'll move your hands as if you're playing a piano. All you need to do is just think of it naturally. That's the best thing about this game, because it's just like drumming and stuff. Ready? The bebops bounce to the beat. Any music you play, if you ever want to get a sense of a song's beat, just watch them. Bebops change color and shape, but I'll explain what that means another time. It's a metronome. Before trying a more complex song, I'd like to start new students on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's an important first step. This is a good song to teach beginners. It is a good one. Ready? It's gonna be so much better. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at the metronome. I'm on time. It's really funny because all you need to do is just move the controller. Before you'd have to like do it like before and stuff. Yeah. Now you'll learn the true power of Wii Music. You can arrange a song to sound any way you want. You can add more notes. Yep. this is like such an important thing. Like, they blast right through this. Change when you play notes. Like, this is like the most important thing in music right here. What he's saying to you. Like, you can play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star all these different ways, and it's still the same melody. You can arrange it any way you want. Build to a big finish, or just take it nice and easy. In Wii Music, you can learn styles like rock, jazz, or classical. Or make up your own. Like, make up your own style. What? See, that's why Nintendo's awesome, because it says to you, you can make up your own style. Which is totally true. Like, it's true. Like, you need to make people that open-minded, because it's true. Most important thing is that you have fun, feel the music, and express yourself. Try it again. Ready? And I love how the motion controls are so awesome, and I'm never going to have to worry about any of that stupid emulator shit. I'm going to stop talking about the emulator stuff, because it's all about this game. This is the best music game ever made. Yeah. Yeah. Triplets. Yeah. See, you gotta use like different rhythm phrases and shit, just because that's all it is. You just play around different things. It's just like a little bit this, a little bit that, and most of the time it sounds like shit, and then sometimes it sounds good and you're like, whoa, that sounds good. Alright, here's how the music sounds. One more instruments are added. Those are more toots who just joined us: Natalie, Peter, Bob, Pedro, NBC, JJ, and Susie. Soon enough, all the toots are good friends of mine. When playing by yourself, toots can join in with you. They'll do their best to back you up in style. In Wii Music, we call playing in a group like this a jam session. I call that a jam session in real life too. In a jam session, a band is made up of 6 parts. Someone plays the melody part, which is what you did. What I did? Yeah. Another musician joins in on harmony. There are 4 other parts: chord, bass, and 2 percussion parts. We'll talk more about those parts of a jam another time. Let's jump into a jam session. Our 2 friends are waiting for us. Yeah. So I think like one of the reasons why I think like people might not have loved this game immediately, because like they didn't realize that failure is a part of learning. So even if a game had learning that was fun, they'd be like, it was fun for a bit, but then it wasn't fun for a bit, so that means the game was bad. You know, like, I don't know. I guess they just didn't expect to have like to be challenged with, or to expect, I don't know, I guess they didn't expect that type of whatever. It's like it's reliant upon your creativity. Anyways, jam sessions are supposed to sound shitty for a while and then be good, and then when you get better, then it sounds better all the time. I don't know. Let's just go forward. You'll play the melody that I just explained. Watch for when the bebops call out. Get ready. That's when the music countdown starts. That's an important thing. You gotta be able to start when the start is. You know, you gotta start at the beginning when everyone else does. Wait for the bebops to say melody, then let loose, okay? For your first jam, you'll take on Twinkle, Twinkle Little Star. One more time. Okay, time to jam. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, my Wiimote's making sounds sometimes. I just realized that. Yeah! 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 How about that? I don't need to do so many notes. I was just excited that you could do so many notes, because the that thing that I shouldn't say, the emulator, that drastic thing, it doesn't let you have, like, it doesn't let you just do faster things when you want, and it's not, it isn't respond, it like totally blags up. And then this one, it's like you can do whatever speed you want, then you go you can just like fucking beatbox with your hands with this game. Like, it's so, and this is like, you can do it right, like, you can't do it on the emulator. It's just bullshit. And like, what really bothers me is like, there's like a lot of like there's like a few YouTube channels that like are like computer stuff or whatever, and like then they'll be like, yeah, PC's the best, Dolphin emulator's the best, you don't even need to use a Wii, you can use Dolphin emulator. It's like, and then they're like, yeah, look at Skyward Sword, I'm playing Skyward Sword on the computer and you don't need a Wii. And he's like, yeah, look, I even bought the Wii used, so you don't even need to buy it brand new, you can just go and find one used and just use the Wii motes and on your PC, and then you play Skyward Sword. And then it's like look, like the difference is fucking night and day. It's like you need to use the system. Like, there's a reason why I really understand the whole like hardware design, software design for hardware, and like you need the hardware to run this software because they're made to be run together and it just works the best. I don't know. It just, yeah. This is a good example of it. Like, this game is a perfect example of the motion controls working perfect. Like, or like, you know, they just work fucking great. Super responsive. You can actually like, it actually lets you think of rhythm phrases and just get them out as naturally as possible, and it just shows up as soon as you think of it, and it's fucking great. Like, that experience is something you can't get anywhere else. It's fucking great. Okay, I'm gonna continue reading. Don't worry if you didn't play it perfectly, because there's no one way to play a song. There are millions of ways, countless even. Just have fun expressing yourself. That's the truth right there, okay? Because a lot of people make music that's really dissonant, which is like the technical way of saying wrong. So, again, yeah, it's not wrong, I guess, but it like creates tension or whatever. It has to do with math and ratios. But anyways, even if you have rhythm phrases that are in a weird way and it has to do with the way you emphasize notes, it doesn't matter. Because if you don't, yeah, whatever. Basically, there's no wrong way. Okay, you shouldn't feel bad if you didn't feel that what you did was good, because you'll be surprised that if you show it to someone else, they might think it's good. And you're like, what? But I thought it was bad. So that's just, you just gotta remember that. Making music is the most natural thing in the world. Straight up is the most natural thing in the world. Like, making music is probably more complicated than making games. Like, even though music is a part of games, I'm talking about like games like gameplay. I think music's more complicated because it's like already like a known space, and it's like keeps getting deeper. Like, yeah, it's weird, but like games are like so much more. It takes so much more knowledge and time and like brain power to be able to make a game. But music's really natural, but it's like, it's fucked up. Anyways, why do I keep talking about this stuff? I don't know, it's because I kind of like this, you know, it's really, really good. It's good thing to talk about. Music is fucking great. This is a good place to talk about music, because it's Wii music. And a lot of people go, "Damn, this game sucks." They could all suck it. And the only place you're gonna find someone who loves this game is right here. So you gotta listen to me talk about how much I like music in general, as well as this game, and how I feel about it, because that's just how I feel. And yeah, always enjoy yourself to the fullest. It's super important because, like, you get into, like, so many stupid ego problems with musicians. Musicians have the most fucked up egos, and, like, I don't know how many, like, programmers and people like that have ego problems, you know, compared to the percentage of musicians that have ego problems, but it seems like the very best, like, are pretty zen. Well, that's also the same with musicians. But anyways, like, what I'm saying is, like, enjoying yourself to the fullest is super important. And if someone's ever like, oh, I'm not enjoying myself, you gotta be like, dude, you gotta realize how awesome this is. Or girl, home girl. I don't know, how do girls address each other like casually when they're just talking to each other? I don't know. Like, girl. Sister. Oh, by the way, you can also save your jams. Yeah, okay, we know about this. We know the videos. You can save videos. You can rate your own jam videos. Yeah. It's just like if you laid out a nice track, you want to save it. Save your jam as a video. I don't know. 9. Yeah. I know, I did not like it. Whoa. Hey, what the hell? What the hell? Hey, what the hell? Okay. Oh, I think it's because the, I know why. It's because the fucking microphone is in between the sensor bar. Now I just moved it to the side. It works perfectly. Kinda. Let's have this guy right there. Yeah. You could be back here. It's gonna be totally natural. I think. Here, you could be like right up front. I don't know why. And you could be like this. Like right up here on the wall. There you go. And how about you? But you can also be on a wall. Like this. Oh, I get it. I know. Like that. Right there. Man, that was pretty shitty. But he's still in frame. I gotta steady my hand. No, I gotta just move that sensor bar in a better spot. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to jam some more and save some videos, select jam from the main menu, then play a quick jam to jump right into a jam. Play a custom jam to set up a jam. Both kinds of jams can be saved as videos. You can also just play around with the music using instrument improv in the jam section. It's a great way to play freely and improvise to your heart's content. That's why this game's awesome, the improvise mode, because you can just play all these other notes and then you make phrases. I haven't really talked about it that much this time. I talked about it a lot before. I think I'll talk about it again, because it'll just come up. It's something that I'll end up talking about, but this game's all about rhythm phrasing. You're playing notes, but if you just think about like phrases rhythmically that make sense, the game kind of helps you along the way. And if you use your ear, you can also kind of like hear what sounds right and wrong, and you can guide things in a certain way. You can kind of use repetition, and the game will actually pick up on certain things that you do, and it's fucking cool. But it doesn't really pick up on things you do because everything's already predetermined, which is really cool because it gets into like a weird type of philosophy thing. You're like, well, if it was already predetermined, but it seems like I did it on my own, then did I do it on my own, or was it predetermined because it was a pool of notes that I picked from? There's always a pool of notes in reality anyways, but just because the pool of notes was a slightly more, chosen pool of notes over time, it's still cool. It gets into a really cool place where you think about stuff in a cool way that I don't think not many people even fucking paid attention. Like, what the? It's bullshit, and I love it. I love this thing. This game came out. It was like fucking a month before I started writing music. It was a weird type of coincidence. I don't know whether or not it was this game or certain things that happened to me over the Christmas that year before and the summer of that year before. I don't want to talk about that right now. Certain adventures that might have opened my mind to certain things. It made me decide that I should do certain things, and then things that happened after, the summer after Wii Music came out. Yeah. This game it came out at a special time, and a lot of time has passed since, but it's really weird because it seems like I thought this thing would be a big change, but like something that I found out recently, well, like that happened. There's like Nintendo, all this stuff in the news, Nintendo's struggling or whatever, and because of the Wii U, and that like they said that they're gonna release a new system in like in 2 years or something like that about health, and it's like gonna be it's like a health system or something. It's like Nintendo's just gonna be like awesome. Like I think the future lies in stuff like this, games like this. They're just gonna, like, they should just but I just hope they do it. I don't know. They just need to do it more of like a in your face. This is awesome, and if you don't appreciate it, you're actually kind of a dumbass and you're an asshole. Like, I don't know. They just gotta make people feel like they're like that they're a dick, or you shouldn't make someone feel like they're a dick, I guess, but like you gotta make people realize how important it is, because it really is important. So I should continue. The video section where you see your creations along with those that your friends show you. Yeah, there's a game section which lets you play music and totally. Yep. There is a game section, I know. Where to get started? Try out instrument improv in the jam section. Use its Play with Toots feature too. Use your know-how with those instruments in a quick jam or custom jam. See, one of like the things that probably set people off was the whole like him listing all the stuff, because there is so much stuff, and it shouldn't have explained it. It should have just showed it. I don't know. Yeah, should have like just having more options, letting people be able to skip it if they could, if they want to. You know what I mean? Because it explains a lot of stuff. Like, it spends a lot of time explaining the stuff in the game, and then like earlier on when it goes like, you can play it like this, you know, he's like playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in those different ways, and that's like a super important thing. He's like telling you how the different rhythm phrasing is important, but he doesn't explicitly say anything like that. He like dances around the music, the technical music theory stuff in a very, very like vague way, so it's like understandable to a child, because it's not talking about specifics. Just like how in the music, the ear training stuff, they never go into specifics. They never say these notes. So like it's kind of like that. Like it's all about relativity, or you know, they're talking just about like relative ideas and stuff like that, and not just like general things. And it makes a lot more sense because that's what it is, and you still get the ideas across. But they could have been more explicit about it, and they didn't spend enough time. They only spent a certain amount of time saying that, then they moved on right to the next thing. Then they spent a shitload of time explaining all the stuff in the game, like all the different modes, like the video section. They spent a lot of time talking about the videos. Now you can say the videos compared to like the theory and stuff. See, make a few videos. They should have talked about how the music is important, instead of like the features of the game. Like it should have been like music's important and that's why the features are here, not like check out the features. It should, like, they said music's important and stuff at the beginning, then they showed the features. But so that is exactly what I just said. Fuck. But they didn't do it in a balanced way. The beginning was unbalanced, I guess. That's the only way to say it. Like, it definitely should have had some I think this is a good example of the first impressions not yeah, obviously. But like the problem is it's a responsibility of the people that really appreciated it and understood it, and the musicians and stuff too have brought it to other people's awareness. So it's probably like I feel like it's my fault for not saying how awesome it is, or something, when other people didn't understand it, because it's not their fault that they didn't understand it. The game's good, it's just the beginning could have been better. Because there are certain things in that beginning that you really should have paid attention to, then there are other things that you really don't need to pay attention to. There are a lot of things that you really don't need to pay attention to, and that you could read it once and you totally get it, and then there's other things in that beginning that you'll never understand, even though they said it to you in a really nice understand way. God damn it. Yeah.